How much of this small ball stuff are you going to want to continue doing even when you get some of these centers back in the lineup?
Well, it's a good question, Wes. I think every game is different, and we definitely need to find pockets during the game to play Draymond at the 5. He's now in a really good groove. His conditioning is where he needs it to be, and he had an amazing road trip, which handling the ball and directing our offense, directing our defense. So we've got to find some pockets where we do go small, and we'll just have to figure that out.
Steve, way before, a couple of weeks ago, you're talking about just balancing of developing James while also winning and stuff. And tonight you talked about how moving forward you do want to find some minutes for Draymond at the 5. Were you ever planning on going small this season before it became a necessity?
Yeah, we over the last 6 years, it's been one of our strengths was Draymond at the 5 for basically the last 5 or 6 minutes of the half and then of the game. And we felt like once Draymond was in condition and really ready to play heavy minutes, we were going to get to that. So obviously we weren't ready for that early in the season, but the injuries sort of forced our hand, and Draymond is showing why he's so brilliant playing that center.
Yeah. And Steve said he's going to try to find more pockets to play you, maybe at the 5 going forward. Are you like welcoming that kind of thing again?
Yeah, I like playing 5. It's fun. Because it usually puts their big man in an odd situation, whether he's guarding me or whether he tries to go and guard someone else. It kind of puts them in an unfamiliar space. And so, that's something that's kind of worked out better for me.
Draymond, how do you measure where you want to be on offense? I mean, what do you look at to say, okay, my offense is where it needs to be? Is it assists? Is it where exactly do you look at it?
Just kind of as long as I'm in the flow. I don't really judge it off numbers. I had last game 11 assists or something, 10 assists or something like that.
11.
That was fucking horrible. So I don't judge it off of how many assists I have or how many points. It's a feel thing for me. If I can feel and tell like when I'm in the rhythm and when it's going well for me and when it's not. And quite frankly, it won't always show up in the stat sheet on, if I'm feeling good offensively or not. So, sometimes I'm just getting great screens and I feel like I'm in the rhythm off my screens, So I don't judge it off numbers. It's kind of a feel thing for me.
Steve, Draymond's averaging 7.7 assists per game. It's a career high. What have you seen from him as a passer this year, and where would you rank Draymond amongst passing big men?
Well, obviously, he and Steph have a special connection, and their pick and roll game is special because they're both very dynamic within the play itself. They have a lot of different options out of it that they have sort of figured out on their own over the years. Draymond is great at flipping the screen. He's great at finding the pocket when Steph is double teamed. Steph is amazing at finding Draymond and getting that pass in the middle of the defense where Draymond can then turn it into a 4-on-3. And Draymond is really, really good at finding the open shooter. And so it's just fun to watch them work together. And it's one of Draymond's best attributes. He's a fantastic passer, and he takes great pride in it.
What do you see in defenders when something like that happens once, twice, 3 times in a game where easy half-court layups in the NBA are rare, but are they looking around at each other like, again, we did that?
Yeah, you got to pick your poison, and that's why the team defense is so important. Your whole defense has to be on a string. And so, you got somebody late or something, we got the advantage. With a slip, the defense steps over and there's no rotation, boom, kick it to the corner or whatever it is. So, and if you don't help out on him, you guys are watching the games like we're watching it and they're playing it. So, if he gets a little bit of space, it's kind of like every time he shoots it, you think it's going in. So, it's kind of you got to pick your poison. And, I make sure I set good screens for him because, open shot from Steph Curry is a great shot. And if not, then, you know, he'll find me, Draymond will find me. You know, Draymond had, 12 assists today? 11, 15, and 11 in the last, however many games. That's impressive from, a guy starting at center. So salute to Draymond. That's pretty dope.
Are those, I guess, gravity-created slip cuts working more than ever, where it just defenses seem to be just sticking to on you, and you guys are getting 6 layups a game off it?
It feels like it, but a lot of it too is it wasn't happening early, so it's been a very condensed period these last maybe 16 games or so, where we're starting to show what we know, where to look for those pin downs, and when the 2 guys go with me, you get the back cut, or if I'm setting screen, somebody comes out wide open. So I think that's been a big part of it. And a lot of it too is that there's been a lot of different defenses we played in terms of, trying to take the ball out of my hands or setting 2 to me, and we're taking advantage of it a lot more. So those are fun plays, and they're demoralizing for the defense when I'm flying out and a guy's going down for a layup or a dunk right down the middle. Those are fun plays.